Happy Halloween. It is Halloween here in Aotearoa, where we are on the other side of the date line from many of you, and it will be Halloween tomorrow for some of you. Or maybe you're watching this on the second channel, in which case you're missing out because you're not here in the Twitch live stream, and it's very, very fun. But if you're watching on the second channel, this is not the main channel. It's the super secret second channel, so make sure that you subscribe and don't tell anybody else about it. But also don't report it, because a lot of you are reporting it for stealing my content, and it's my channel. All right. Happy Halloween. I just found some pumpkin pictures for you because I thought they were funny. This is a pumpkin birth. I am confused about the presentation of this pumpkin child. I guess it was born breech, or it is only a head. If it is breech and the stem is the rest of the body, it's very weird because its pumpkin mom has carrot legs, and I don't understand like how this happened. Maybe it had an amniotic band or something. I'm not sure. But I would suspect that it should actually be with its eyes on the other side and the body inside. But maybe pumpkin stems are bodies. Well, it can't be the hair because then it doesn't have any eyes. It's on the wrong side of the head. Yeah, the toes actually on the grown-up pumpkin kind of freak me out. The proportions are hilarious. I agree. No, it's not face down. That's its mouth, isn't it? Help, chat. I think the black part is the baby's mouth. Yeah, okay. I'm right. That's the mouth, and the stem is the body. And it was born stem first breech. All right. Number 2. C-section pumpkin moms represent. This lovely pumpkin baby is it was born with a pacifier, actually, and I can't medically explain how that would happen, but I do appreciate how gorgeous this pumpkin mom looks with such an event happening. You know, the pumpkin baby born with a passy in its mouth and a hat on its head. It's gorgeous. Oh my God. Y'all are so funny. I can't listen. I like being funny, and I'm not that funny, and you can't come in here with funny jokes. I'm just going to start making your jokes and pretend I didn't see them in the chat, and then we'll post it on the second channel or even the main channel, and people will think I am so funny, and actually it's just y'all being hilarious. All right. Now, for my favorite, because this is a combination of my favorite things. 1, education. 2, reproductive health, physiology of reproductive health. And 3, Halloween. Oh my God, I hate that my Mac puts balloons on my face sometimes. All right, ready? This is my favorite pumpkin photo that I exchange frequently each year with my mom, who is a labor and delivery nurse, and it is the Pumpkin Cervical Dilation Learning Center. So you can see in pumpkin 1 centimeter is about 1 finger. 2, and it is accurate. Everybody who lives outside of the United States would know that because you know how big a centimeter is, but if you are not living everywhere else in the world, then you may not know how big is a centimeter. All right. And now I will show you, to my husband's dismay, my Halloween costume. One of my daughters has decided she wanted to go as a Taylor Swift fan. And she made a shirt that's like the shirt in the 22 music video, except instead of putting names of high school classmates on it, she put Taylor Swift songs. It's actually really cute. But I figured if she's going to be a Taylor Swift fan, I have to play along, and we're going to be Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. And my husband is just, he's so excited. He loves Halloween. He loves dressing up. He loves playing along with my stupid antics. So I made sure that he could live out his glory days and be a football player again. All right, so this is the story of, some of you have seen probably my birth story when I had Pax, who is my youngest, and it is one of the first few videos I uploaded on my main YouTube channel, and I don't know. I think at the time I thought, like, if I want people to watch, I have to, like, really tell the story in a way that is over the top. I mean, it's all accurate, but I remember making that video and being like, I'm going to tell this like I'm telling it to my best friend in the world. And so it's a lot, but it's funny. We'll watch part of it in a minute. Bees are friends. Your neighborhood. I do not know what an anthologist is, but thank you. I agree. The copper ID costume will always be the ultimate. Oh my gosh, I should have included that. Okay, anyway, I'm getting off track. Y'all are distracting. Sometimes I like having you here, and sometimes you distract me. Okay, so when I was pregnant with Pax, I was... Oh yeah, you can't put links in the chat. Sorry, you can send that. Just go comment on my most recent YouTube community post or something. When I was pregnant with Paxton, at the time we were calling him Baby Pat Pat. My kids all have like in utero nicknames, and the twins gave him this nickname. I think they said, like, we should call him Pat Pat, like you pat a baby to sleep. And so he was Pat Pat from then on, and now he's Pax. And I was scheduled to have a C-section on the next Friday, and I had a relatively uncomplicated pregnancy, which was unique because I had severe preeclampsia at 35 weeks with the twins, and I had gestational hypertension, and then attempted VBAC, and then abruption and like pants on fire emergency with Milo. And I was a bit scarred from having a really scary abruption in labor with Milo. And so this had been just a dream pregnancy because I hadn't had any complications. And so I think I was off work this week, the last week before I delivered, and my friend, who was my coworker at the clinic that I worked at, an obstetrician, was also my obstetrician who was going to deliver my baby. And my twins, that's them, they're now almost 11, and at the time they were almost 6. They were 6? I don't remember. Yeah, 6. And she gave them a pumpkin carving kit for carving like Anna and Elsa pumpkins. Well, look at them. Okay, they're 6, or not even, they were 5, almost 6. And they're not going to be carving pumpkins, right? But she handed it to them and they were so excited about it. So obviously we were obligated to use the pumpkin carving kit. I didn't know that my husband had never carved a pumpkin in his life. I mean, honestly, I need to tell my mother-in-law that is... What did she keep this from him for his childhood? Why would you do that? Anyway, I, being a pumpkin carving expert, obviously had to help with that then. And so we carved pumpkins. But this is a fair... Also, yeah, look at my belly. It looks like the pumpkin. Fairly intensive process to carve these pumpkins, which, as you can see, are very detailed and required more skill than a 6-year-old has. So we cleaned out the pumpkins, carved the pumpkins. My husband, who had not ever carved a pumpkin, actually ended up doing the Anna one, and clearly, or the Elsa, is it Elsa? The Elsa one, and clearly did an excellent, amazing job, as he always does, because he's just good at everything. Well, that night, I couldn't sleep because I was having contractions. I mean, could that be related to the effort that went into cleaning out and carving 2 pumpkins with Anna and Elsa, or frozen pictures for my children? Probably. And I ended up taking some sleeping medicine to help me sleep because I was so uncomfortable, but I knew I wasn't in labor and I just wanted to get a little bit of rest. And then I took some medicine to help me sleep, and I laid down, and luckily I early in the pregnancy, and I would highly recommend this to everybody, but early in the pregnancy had put a plastic sheet under my regular sheets just in case, and my water broke in my bed that night. So that is how my obstetrician, who is here on the left, got to come in and deliver Paxton at 2 a.m. because she made me go into labor by giving my children a pumpkin carving kit. So that is, I zoomed this in because I didn't know if Twitch would let me have the one with my incision on it. It wasn't gory or anything, and it wasn't bloody, but I didn't know if they would make me, I don't know, take the stream down if I had the whole thing in there. So that's me, and that's Pax, and that's my obstetrician, and that's my other coworker who was the on-call obstetrician that day and came in to help. And I've talked a little bit before about how Paxton's birth was a very healing birth for me because, as I just mentioned, there was a lot of traumatic scariness associated with Milo's birth, and the twins' birth, they went to the NICU and they were premature, and it was, my first delivery, and it was not, I wouldn't call theirs traumatic. His was scary and traumatic, but it was just different. I got to hold him right away, and then we got this time where we took this picture where I got to be, with just my husband and him and the music on and quiet and lovely, and it was just a very good experience. And there's the twins meeting their baby Pat for the first time. That was the next morning. I had slept like, I don't know, 2 hours in the past 2 days at this point. And that is Milo meeting his, a big baby. No, he was, he was my biggest baby, but let me see. Oh my gosh, how much did he weigh? He weighed 6 pounds. I want to say 4 ounces, but that might be Milo's. He was just over 6 pounds, so he was definitely not a big baby, but he was my biggest baby. Did Milo have any problems after birth? He did not have any problems, but his first Apgar was fairly low, and his heart rate was 60 for many, many minutes before he was born. So I attribute the quick action of my team to why he did well. I think it would have been very easy for Milo to have major issues following that. And I'm very thankful that he didn't. Let's see, there were a few other questions. I've never seen someone look so happy getting cut open. Again, a very healing moment for me. And Milo now likes to say that he loves to prank me, and he's been pranking me since the day he was born. And he's right. He does love to prank me. The kid hid behind my car after I pulled into the garage night the other day coming home from work, and it was pitch dark, and he came out the door. He's 7, and after I turned my car off, he stood behind it, and the garage door was shut, and then I got out and I walked around to get my things out, and he was like, boo, and I almost died because I don't like being scared, and I did not expect someone to be standing there. Do you think your own birth experiences help you connect or understand your own patients? I think my own birth experiences have helped shape the way that I do cesareans for sure. How am I squatting? I couldn't do that after a C-section. I do not know. Maybe I'm probably getting yelled at by my mother for doing that, actually. So, let's see. And then, because this was, just before Halloween baby, that means Pax is now just had a birthday. And he is 5. And that was at his Mickey birthday party this weekend. All right, now moving on. So there you go. I think I was going to do just a little bit of my birth story with him, which some of you have already seen, but What if I just peed myself? Okay, whatever floats your boat. I don't know. It was like, oh my God. Real intense, you guys. That can happen. Like, it can happen fast. Just can you just call India? And I'm texting. Contraction. Okay, a second. I will die. Now. I will die. There might have been some cuss words happening. Oh, okay. Oh my God. I would have taken fentanyl from somebody on the street at that. I love you all so much. Oh, the old videos. All right, so if you want to watch all of that, it's on the channel. It goes through. It was questionable and I would never recommend to my patients. So it goes through my birth story with Pax and how I probably shouldn't have done what I did. I'm just looking at the most viewed parts. Consent form in a perfectly wonderful and acceptable way that you should always do with patients, like informed consent. But in my head, all I can think is, oh my gosh, the more you talk about this, the more time goes by and I need pain medicine right this second. Like, you have got to give me pain medicine right this second. I will die. And so I'm like, okay. Anesthesia doctor who I love and work with all the time, just let me sign it. I know the risk of an epidural and a spinal and intubation if I needed it, and please just let me sign this and give me pain meds. But my laboring mind could only think about, give me pain medicine now. I will die because I'm a wuss. I am a wuss. Anyway, that is on the channel if you want to watch the whole thing. I can't watch it. It's weird to watch myself doing that. So we will move along.